Well, today's date is May 19th, 2021. And I'm filming this I'm calling this my after video. Something I'd like to point out though is I've done it just in case you have not seen it. I did do a before video almost 2 months ago on this same trail when the weather was just warming up, because before all the trees bloomed out. I done it before this video and then to show everything blooming out. I think it's like the beginning of April, end of March. Okay, over a month ago I did this. Back then everything, we had a first good warm spell of spring. Nothing had bloomed out yet. Also, I'd like to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I noticed I'm suddenly up from 100 to 113. As of the time I'm filming this video, I have 113 subscribers. So I say thank you to 113, because it's possible that by the time I get uploaded and after upload, I have more subscribers. So that's why I pointed that detail out. That way, if you come across this video a couple months from now and your new subscriber just subscribed after the video, I'll still say thank you for subscribing and watching my videos. I should say thank you to current and future subscribers. It's the best way to say it. I just know I love how green everything is. It's beautiful through here. I also am trying to walk through here in the fall, in about mid-October, after we have a couple good cold snaps and everything's changing. Of course, I may here the next few days hike some of these trails with my backpack loaded down with stuff I need on the hiking trip. I'm planning on doing a section hike at Appalachian Trail. I gotta figure out everything I need. I'm not saying the dates I'm doing that, but my plans are to get to Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, to Harrisonburg, Pennsylvania, because I'm beginning to wonder if that's going to work out. I think it will. I just got to figure it all out. I'm also going to be getting that storefront on Main Street soon, and I'm going to set up my new business, Wallace Antiques, and I'm going to set up for online business too, where I can sell a lot online as well as offline. I still have my booths in the antique malls. Hickory Tree I'm debating, because I seem to be losing more money than I'm making there. Beaver Creek I always make money, something there. So if I get that storefront, I can store a lot there. It's beautiful through here. It'd be fun out in the middle of nowhere on the mountainside somewhere deep in the woods, spending the night. I don't know who I'll end up with, hiking with. That one friend of mine, apparently I don't think he's going to be able to join me. So, although I might be able to get that friend to join me in future events or some future trips. Actually, I know a few other people that might join me on that trip. I think that the helicopter's still there. Yesterday, they had a helicopter fly above my house. I turned the power off to half the city of Mount Hope, was cutting power lines up my way and actually rerouting the grid and everything else. I mean, they were doing all kinds of work there. It was kind of a little bit annoying how the helicopter, like 50 feet from your house, hovering and cutting and sawing. I went on a road trip and went down to Union, West Virginia. It's a beautiful city. It's actually not too far from here. It's about an hour and a half, not quite 2 hours to get to Union. I also got some artists, and so there's a few upcoming videos. I'll probably upload, actually by the time you see this video, I'll probably have all the videos of Union uploaded, because I got 2 short videos. Of course, I'll probably upload all this after this. I'm a little confused on one. Well, guess what I was confused on was trying to get there. That's what was confusing. It was very interesting. took the 2-lane highway when we could have took a much easier route through Lewisburg. That's the second time I've done that in like a month. In a month's time I've done that with a friend of mine, where we take a long way around to a town when we could have went the main highway and saved so much time. Of course, the whole getting lost and up in the town, Sinkus. It's spelled S-I-N-K-S. Sinks. I can't announce it, but the fact that half the town's for sale, it's unincorporated, so it's a town, but it's not a town because it never actually got incorporated into an actual city town. So it's in the middle, you're literally somewhere in Monroe County. Of course, I like to point out that Union is actually a county seat, so we'll try to go back there soon. I just think it's funny I'm planning the trip up to Harper's Ferry, and the town of Union actually ties in with Harper's Ferry. You literally tie in. History ties in, because apparently the person that failed the attempt to take over the fort, I can't think of the name of the fort right off back. My mind's drawing a blank on that part, but he tried to take over that fort, military fort. After his failed attempts to take over the fort, he moved to Union. And then there's another Confederate soldier there that was in Union too, that ended up in Union. Then there's some Southern sympathizers that ended up. It's weird, at least 2 different people, one from the Union Army, and one from the town Union was actually taken over and sanctioned. Of course, I forgot to point that out in my video about it being taken over and sanctioned to the town Union when it was a Confederate town. I don't know, I'll do a future video and talk more about the history there. I need to actually study a little bit more into the history of that and do a future video on my next trip. Now, I still got some good videos, so I just thought I'd point that out, because I've already uploaded 2 of the videos. The one in the post office I think didn't turn out as, that might turn out. The video is kind of a little too sucky. I didn't realize I was moving my camera so much. So I'll probably not redoing the post office video next time I go to the Confederate post office. I have to make that video next trip. I still got the video, the statue, so actually by the time you see this, I think I have all the stuff of Union uploaded. So I did my Harper's Ferry and then a couple places in Pennsylvania and Maryland. I'll be filming. I can't say the dates because I want people to know when I'm gone. I tell you this, but between now and July, actually, I'll say between now and the end of summer, I'll have a couple of different videos from some different states in the area. I need to plan that trip to my sister's place for that crisis he's talking about. A little noise over there. I was expecting to see a deer. Could be a squirrel or anything. I know. How the accident, so I'll be walking through the woods and a deer or a bear right across the path like a few feet in front of you. It's enough to scare you half to death, especially when the bear runs past you and keeps going. Of course, that time me and a friend of mine got lost in the woods. This bear walked right next to me and starts drinking water out of the creek. I start freaking out and make a lot of noise, and the bear takes off running. So if you scream and wave your arms and make a lot of noise, bears will run from you. Unless there's a mother bear with cubs, and they will fight to protect their cubs. In the other situation, the black bear will run. Unless they got cubs with them, they will run and leave you alone in most situations. Of course, running up on a bear and going out of your way to mess with a bear is not smart, because I hear stories about people doing that. Me personally, I'm not that stupid, but I do hear stories of people who are that stupid. But that's the gas well. Me and my brother called it the green thing for years. The time I found the dead body up here and had to call 911, I tell 911 dispatch is like asking where it is. I go, up in the woods behind the green thing. She's like, that one in dispatch is like, the green thing? I go, I mean the gas well. Then And then I had to explain directions here, ended up having to bring the state troopers up here to show them where the body was. That was interesting. Not exactly the best stories to tell. So not every experience I had is good. That was like 2014, I think it was. So it's been at least 6 years. Yeah, actually 7 years. Something like that. As you know, after that point on, me and my brother started calling it the gas well. Of course, then he skipped in the car crash. I miss him and wish he's still around, but he's not. Oh well, I got good memories. I was no trying to tell my mom about my vacations and stuff. She freaks out too much and I can't tell her. I'm the person who lives life to its fullest. I actually enjoy life. My mom's the kind of person who will not do much because she only thinks of the negative and pessimistic things that happen and will not even try. Yes, I suffer from depression, so I do have to make myself get out some days. But doing this YouTube videos actually is a big help. There's another noise. This was a load of squirrels. You don't see deer that often through here, but it's not unusual to see squirrels and birds. Squirrels are not very shy. They don't mind if you see them or not. They'll run up in the tree. They don't want you near them. They'll run up in the tree. Once they get high enough to know where you can't reach them, they'll just look down at you. So if you see a squirrel run up the tree, usually about 20 feet up off the ground, they'll look down and stare at you off a limb or something. If you get closer to the tree, they'll go up a little bit farther and stare at you again. That's just how squirrels do. They make sure they're high enough where you can't reach them, and then they watch you move to see what you're doing. They're very entertaining little animals, I'll say that. Yeah. Over there's that graveyard. I've done an earlier video, and that about probably late February, early March. I got a video. I think that's when I done the video. I can't remember. Actually, I can't remember exactly when I done the video on that one. I did got at least one video of that old graveyard back there. I'm now back in town. Okay. If I can get across the road here. Interstate Route 16. These are the old two-lane highways. Very interesting to travel on. Okay, I'm back here. One of my friends that lives down the street from me. I don't like this bridge. This is so high off the ground and so long. See? Okay, that was a joke. Snuggles, what are you doing way over here, huh? Snuggles? Yep, that is Snuggles. He's a little ways from home.